Hey folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you guys are. I hope you're having a really good Sunday. I hope it's a great day for you guys. It's been a good day for me. I've done some DIY, I've got coffee. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a pretty good day. Corridors was here first, saying 9. Congratulations, well done, man. Anaki's also here. He says, evening, Jay. Hope you had a good weekend. I've had a good weekend. Yeah, it's been good. Chris Bezic is here as well. He says, evening. Storesness is here. Moozeride as well, saying he's super excited about the J01s. Dude, literally just the other side of this wall here, there is 3 pallets full of J01s. Like, it's kind of nuts. You'll have seen it on the Insta stories. Having to ship things on pallets is kind of scary and kind of crazy all at the same time. But we're going to do the same for the Ickies. So the Icky Auroras are going to start packing tomorrow. We're going to do unbox everything. We're going to check it all over. We're going to do some QC, and then we're going to start packing those up tomorrow, and then we're going to ship them later on this week. Hopefully by Friday we'll have all of the Ickies out. So yeah, it's exciting, really exciting. Plus you guys are going to get to see one of the J01s today. We are going to build one of the J01s. Chris Bezic subscribed with Take My Money. Yes, just send over your bank details. I'll do the rest. Don't need to worry about it. Send me your bank details. I'll sort it all out. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. Cheese Be With You says, any new... hold on, start again. Cheese Be With You says, hey Jay, is there any update on the Argyle? Yes, we're waiting for final quotes, and then we're going to move to group buy pretty quickly. So it's not too far away. It should be this side of Christmas. Hugh's here as well. He says, howdy. Hey man, good to see you. Good to see you. Oasons is here as well. He says he's ready. I can come out now. I'm here. I'm out. I'm out. I'm here. Pew Pew Laser says, hail. Hey man, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Chris is a Jeff Bezos money. You've already had enough of mine. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair. Golden Ratio's here as well. He says, evening gang. Hey man, good to see you indeed. The bot seems to be really slow in pinging today, so we're not going to do too much until the bot pings, because that'd be slightly unfair, because there's a lot to share today. There's these bad boys, CJ switches. These came in last week. I hadn't tried these until earlier on today, and I'm low-key blown away by them. Like, they feel super smooth, so I can't wait to share these with you guys later on today. Interestingly enough, well, I don't know if you saw the Insta stories, guys, but this PCB, this is the only hotspot PCB I own, and this was actually gifted to me by Mechboards as their first ever PCB design collaboration with Yankar back in like 2016, I want to say it was. So yeah, it's really old. I have no idea if it actually works, but it will work for the purposes of a sound test with these. So I just quickly put this together. We've got a board, we'll put it in, which I didn't get around to doing pre-stream in a few minutes time. Lex, thank you so much for the sub. 2 months streak. He says, hi Jay. Hey man, good to see you. Good to see you. And the thing is telling me we're almost at a hype train as well, guys. So just a couple more subs and we'll hit a hype train as well. So yeah, so we're going to take a look at CJ switches. I have some more of just the standard ones here. They're quite cool, actually. They look kind of cool. Now, I thought the tops were clear, but they're actually slightly tinted blue, and I'll take one apart and show you guys those later on. But they're pretty nice. Nicer than I was expecting them to be. As well as that, we're going to unbox a few things. I did get a few things in, so I got GMK Wild in. We'll take a look at that. I got this in a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't had a chance to look at it, so we're going to take a look at GMK Perestroika by the one and only Cohen Romas as well. And as well as that, we also got a board in this week, which is a duck board, which you might have seen on Instagram late on Friday, which we're going to open and share as well. So we'll take a look. We'll take a look at all of those, and then we're going to unbox and build a customer's J01. So a customer reached out to me, quite a few actually reached out to me and asked me to build their boards for them before I ship them. This is the only one I'm going to do on stream, but I figured I wanted to share one with you guys. So I picked one at random, and that's the customer's board that we're going to build today. So there we go. Finally, some beautiful blue switches. These honestly, they're good looking switches. They look great. Like that's pretty color accurate. They're really nice. They look a little bit like the Echo CS Ocean Blue switches. Yeah, I guess in color they're probably a little bit like that, but these are Gateron switches. They're Gateron CJs. So my rep at Gateron just reached out to me and said, hey, we've got a bunch of these ready in stock. Would you like some? And I ignored him. And then Iwane mentioned them and said that he was getting some. It was like, oh, yeah, I'll take some. And they turned up last week. I think they came on Thursday. And I'm that impressed with these that I'm going to try and get them on the store on Monday. I'm going to try and get them on the store on Monday. If not, then it will definitely be up on Tuesday. So yeah, that's how impressed with them I am. Like literally from just testing one is like, right, I need to sell these. People need to try these. People need to be aware of these. They really look striking, that color. Yeah, right. They look really cool. I'm hoping they sound good. Like I did pick a CF plate because it was all I had to hand, and then I found afterwards that I got a POM one as well. So we can try two if we've got time. So the information I have, Huey, is that they are new molds and the stems are also polished as well. So they actually polish the stem, and instead of taking the stem straight out of the mold, the stems are supposedly polished as well, is the information I have right now. I'm going to check that and make sure that that's actually true with my rep first thing Monday before I put them on the store. But that's the information I have right now, that the stems are actually polished. Either way, whatever it is, I haven't opened one up yet, so we'll open one up in a few minutes and we'll take a look. But I suspect they might be lubed. I haven't checked to see if they come pre-lubed yet. Oasis, we'll have a look in a few minutes and have a look at that. Do you have an estimate for the price of the switches, or can you not say? I can't say yet. I haven't worked that out. So I know how much I paid for them. And I know what I usually add for a margin, but I need to convert what I paid for them into GBP and see what the exchange rates were, and then take it from there. So I don't know is the true answer to that just yet. I can tell you that it'll be less than £1 a switch, right? Because they have to be. But yeah, I'll work out pricing overnight tonight and get them up tomorrow morning. Oasis, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Thank you. Show us the cool J-01s. No. I know what you mean, Russ. You mean the commission ones that you guys got. That's what you mean. The ones that don't exist. They're all packed up. I don't have one on hand to show anyway. So they're all packed up. They're ready to ship out. So you'll be getting yours. Well, actually, Russ, yours will take 6 weeks to get to you because it always does. But everyone else should start getting those next week. David, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you. Yo. Hey man, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. I'm trying not to let my coffee go cold this week, because usually what happens is I get halfway through the stream, realise I've not touched my coffee, and then it's gone cold. David, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. And there's the hype train. There's the hype train starting. So thank you very much, guys. Did I do my own latte art? Yeah, but it's not the best. Like, if you look at the little camera on the side, you can see it's not the best. Pretty much all of the J-01s are gonna ship out tomorrow. So yeah, if you're hyped, David, you're gonna get it soon. Any chances of us seeing one of each standard color? Curious how they came out. I don't have them all to hand. Like, they're all boxed up and packed up for customers, or they're ones that haven't been through QC yet, so I don't have them to hand. But I'm pretty sure that people start getting them soon. I'll have pictures before the extras go for sale though, Huey. Good afternoon from California. Hey man, glad to see you. Glad that you're here. This is I would say it's the sunny UK, but it's not sunny and it's dark outside, so yeah. Mythical M, hey man, thanks for being here. What about the red, the best color? Yeah, the red came out really, really nice. Do I have anything with that? It's very similar to this. It's very similar to this. This is the kind of red it is. Oh, hold on. Get the light on it. Maybe showing this camera. It's that kind of red. That's the red, and then the blue came out a little bit like this, but a little bit darker. So the blues, in fact, actually, no, it's nothing like that. It's quite a lot darker. I'm not going to show you that because that would be completely unfair representation. It's nothing like that at all. The blue's quite dark. The blue's quite dark, as was intended. If you look at the reference pictures in the IC thread, they're the same. Can't wait for yours. Nice. Well, they're all going to get picked up from tomorrow morning. I've got 3 pallets, literally a ton on each pallet of weight, and they're all going to get picked up tomorrow morning by DHL. Well, tomorrow at some point by DHL, and then they're going to be on the way to you. Every single one of them. Apart from, there's a couple of people who had an address change. Those haven't been sorted out. If you didn't sort that out, people know who they are. I've been chasing them. They ain't going to get theirs this week. There's a few that are waiting for an ISO FR4 plate. We found an issue with the FR4 plates really late on, so we've pulled all of those ones out, and the ISO FR4 plates have been replaced. They're on the way right now, and then they will ship out in a week or so. Jemos, thank you so much for the subscription, man. I really appreciate it, dude. I really appreciate that. But yeah, every other color, every other board, every other package, they're all packed up, ready to go. There's one that needs some custom work doing to it, but there we go. Nice butt. Thanks, man. Thanks. You should know. Okay, cool. Let's flip over the camera and take a look at some of the unboxings that I've got to do, and then we'll take a look at these CJ switches, and then we'll build the J-01. Yeah, ISO FR4 gang, it's going to be another few days. Like, I'm chasing tomorrow morning where they're at. I did put the order in as soon as we realized, and I rushed it through, and I paid for express delivery and everything. They cost me nearly, like, well, I shouldn't say how much, but they cost me double what people paid for them to produce really quickly. Yeah, we're going to do the Bubble 75. Yeah, we're working with the designers on that one. That's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think a date's been set for that, or if it has, I can't quite remember what it is. There's so many things coming out, I can't quite remember. Stingray Shuffle, built my Space Grey J-02 last week. Such a great board. The sound signature is hard to explain because it's so unique. The gasket system is just as unique. I love the board so much. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Stingray Shuffle. And Broccoli, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. Thank you so much, man. Where the hell did they come from? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. More than anything I can tell you. October 6th. It might be October 6th. There's so much happening in the next 4 weeks that I don't have it in my head what was happening in which order. I have it all in my personal calendars and Notion pages, but I don't have it in my head. So, yeah. And I can't access that whilst I'm streaming. But thank you so much for the subs, guys. Thank you to everyone who's followed as well. Jellymaster, Broccoli for his own subscription as well. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Who else did we miss? Broccoli followed, Archduchess followed. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. Dr. Roche, thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you, guys. Right, okay, let's flip over cameras and let's take a look at what I've had in the mail in the past couple of weeks, or some of what I've had in the mail. Because we've had a few things. The first thing we've had is GMK Perestroika. Pork Sausage Thief, thank you so much for that 4 months of subs, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. 4 months. Wow. So this is designed by the wonderful Cohen Romers, who is one of the nicest guys in keyboards. And I think of him very dearly. So this is a Perestroika. As I say, I've had this a couple of weeks, just haven't got around to opening. As you can see, it was all sealed. I think the box did get a little bit damaged in shipping, but this is going to be one of the options for the customer board build of the J-01 later on, so we're not going to mess this up too much. I do wish GMK had come up with some new better sorting solutions. Perestroika, so nice. Yeah, well, let's take a look. I haven't seen it in the flesh yet, but let's take a look. Oh man, that is good. That is really good. Look at those legends. How cool is that? Look how good of a match it'll be for the red J-01s as well. Look at that. It's going to look so good. Damn. Cohen knocked it out of the park with the colour matching on this. That looks so good. So good. It's Perestroika. Low-key, all red sets have been really nice. Yeah. Maybe not all red sets. This is possibly the best red set though. This came out so well. Oh, I'm super happy with that. Well done to Cohen. I can't wait to get that on a board. Hopefully you guys will vote for that later on. That is GMK Perestroika. There you go, you can see Perestroika. That's really cool. The next thing I have today to show you guys is GMK Wild. So this was run only on Island KB. I want to say it was 2019 when it ran. I don't know, I can't recall. But I've been waiting for this for a while. Anyone else buy this? I don't think I know anyone else in the UK that's got this. If anyone else has it, let me know, because I haven't opened it up. Again, I've had this a week or so and haven't opened it. Oh man, there's keys everywhere on this. This actually has a whole raft of keys. I mean, this was a huge base kit as well. There's just the way the designer wanted to do it. They only wanted to run it on Island KB. Perestroika. Yeah, I really like saying it. So I believe this was by the same guy that designed the original camping. So look, it was a really expensive kit, but look, it even comes with novelties. Like, this is a huge base kit. Look at those, they're so cool. Let's take a look at the main kit. Oh man, I like this already. GMK Wild. Look at it. Look how cool it's going to look with these green accents. And look how cool this ISO enter is. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at that key. How cool is that? The red one as well. Oh man, I'm going to have so much fun with this set. Shine through caps lock key as well. Oh yeah. Shame it's not the stepped one, but hey, you can't win them all. Oh wait, it has got stepped shine through caps. Look, it's there. Stepped shine through caps, look. You know your boy is going to enjoy putting this set on. This was a really, really, really expensive set. It was like $300, I think, something like that, maybe. Maybe not quite that much, but it was really expensive. It was one of the most expensive group buy GMK kits I've bought. But man, I'm really, really excited for that. It was only on Island KB just because of designer choice, from what I understand. That was literally the only reason. Chronoman saying, what's the board on the left? This is my Heine TKL1. We built it a few weeks ago. It's got OG Yugoslavian die subs, cherry die subs on there. It's in the champagne colorway, and it has a matching numpad. So there we go. No, Capsy, this is GMK Wild, not camping. GMK Wild. Gemos, no, you're lovely, man. You're lovely. Didn't get dollars. Your boy got dollars. Your boy got dollars. And thanks very much, guys. We got right through to level 3 of the hype train, so thank you very much. So, I don't know what color I got because I was lucky enough to be invited to the friends and family version. So I don't know is the honest answer what color I got, because I don't think it's been set yet what that's going to look like. So, but yeah, that's the thing. The last thing I have to show you guys is something else that arrived this week. If I can move around this box and not dox myself in the process, because it does have my address on the other side. Not that the prototype's address isn't public, it is. But this also arrived this week. And this is a set of GMK Oblivion version 2. This is the monochrome base kit. So monochrome Oblivion round 2. Back when GMK did the old plastic keycap trays. As well as that, I also got some additional keycaps which go with the set. Some spare bits. A rather nice black coiled cable. This is not USB-C, as you can see. It's not USB-C. Here is a sneaky peek on the layout of the board. Can anyone tell me what this is? Does anyone know what the layout is from here? Anyone guess what it is? I did put it up on Instagram last week, so people probably already get this because someone did win a desk mat. This desk mat actually, for being able to identify the board successfully. And then finally, here is the board itself. Let's get rid of this box. Here is the board itself. So this turned up this week. It's not a Timberwolf. I'll give you a clue. It's a duck keyboard. It does have one slight ding on it here in the corner, which meant I got it slightly cheaper than I should have done. But that's something I can fix. It's not a Timberwolf. I would buy a Timberwolf. If someone could find me a Timberwolf for a good price, I would buy it. So yeah, just got one slight ding, but other than that, I've wanted one of these for a while. No, I'm gonna guess in chat what it is. No. You guys have to tell me what board it is. I want you guys to tell me what board it is. Ah, okay, you got it. It's TCV3. Yeah. Duck TCV3. Yeah, you did have to guess, but Huey's got it. It's a TCV3. There we go. So yeah, so this is going to get rebuilt at some point soon because we're going to rebuild it in ISO layout, the one true layout. I have no idea what keycap set's going to go on it, but there we go. So that's pretty much everything that arrived this past week for me. As well as the CJ switches. So these are the CJ switches that I told you about earlier on. So that's mail call done. We've done the mail call, or most of the mail call. There's a load of stuff that I didn't show you, but these are CJ switches. And I was going to show these on stream anyway, because I'm going to put them on the store on Monday. But after trying them, just in hand, just like one switch in hand, like I was smitten by these, because my God, these are smooth. Like these are so smooth. These are so smooth. You have a bunch of Ickies to unbox. Yeah, I could grab an Icky and show you guys what they look like if you want to see that. But these are so smooth. I haven't experienced a stock switch as smooth as this in a long time. Like these are really good. These are really good. Okay, well, remind me at the end and we'll go grab an Icky. So I haven't opened one up yet. No, Poncho Frida. I haven't opened up one up, but we will open one up and we'll see if they do look like they're lubed on the inside or not. So let me zoom the camera in real low. So at first I thought that the tops were clear. Come on, camera, focus. I thought the tops were clear, but they're actually tinted blue. So the tops are tinted blue. And then we have stem, gold-plated spring. I believe these are 50 gram bottom out, so they're quite light. And then here we have the bottom housing. Now, I tried to look on the camera. I don't see any lube in there. Do you guys see any lube? Do you guys see any lube in there? I'm not sure I see any lube. It looks dry to me, right? Let's check on the stem. Here's the stem. Come on, camera, focus. They do not look like they are lubed. There doesn't look like any lube on here. Oil on the legs. Do you think? I'm trying to look in the camera rather than looking at. Do you think there's oil on the legs? Maybe. Maybe. Let me see if I've got a little little torch here. Hold on. Why is this not working? I don't see any lube on there. Let's try with ultraviolet. Let's see if the ultraviolet tells us a different story. I don't think there is any lube on that at all. Now, what I have heard is that these are polished. I mean, they shine like they could be polished, right? Like, if I get the light on there, they're supposedly polished. I don't think that's lube on there. I really don't think it's lube. I think it's just like grease off my hand. Maybe Huey's right. Maybe there's a tiny little bit on the legs. Like, it's almost impossible to see, but maybe there's a tiny bit on the legs. I'm gonna guess that they're not lubed, and if there isn't a lube, Huey's right, and it's just a tiny bit on the legs. But my god, are these smooth. Yeah, they're shiny, and they're supposedly polished, which means opening them and putting them back together would likely make a negative difference with the oils on my skin. So, does this one feel worse than one that's not been opened? Let's see. Oh, interesting. So now I've opened this one up. Now I've opened this one. That's not as smooth anymore. So that is... It's now slightly gripping on the rails. Whereas this one's just smooth. So these don't need to be opened up and lubed. Actually opening them up and not doing anything with them makes them slightly worse. Like that's got a slight bit of bind to it now, right at the top of the key press. Whereas this one doesn't. I think they are polished, you know, guys. I think they are polished, and like my fingerprints have ruined that polishing. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Interesting. Right, I'm going to keep that one out to one side actually because I don't want to be using one that's being damaged. They do feel like they're a lubed switch, yeah, but they're not. Like I can't see any lube on there whatsoever, but they do feel like a lubed switch. They feel so smooth. Like these are so good. Anyway, I have semi-built a board with them. So let's put this in a case and grab some keycaps for it. I did have some keycaps to one side for this. Let me grab those. Okay, there we go. I don't know what you mean, Nick. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, my fingers, I mean, everyone's fingers have a little bit of grease on them, right? And I think my fingers touching it actually made the switch worse. Really interesting. They should be on the store tomorrow, Thrax. I'm going to try and get them on the store tomorrow. I think if you're going to open them, you have to lube them. Huey, if you buy them off my store, I'll give you some free stem tweezers so you don't have to touch the stems. How good is that, right? Right, let's get this this case. I did find a case out, which was the only... Yeah, I'll wear gloves, yeah. Man, I didn't think that polished stems would be good, but wow. Okay, so this isn't the J-01. We are going to be building J-01, but we're just testing out these CJ switches. This is I had a look around my workshop for a hotspot PCB, and I found one, and then I found a Mechanism board just lying around. So I don't think I've ever used this board actually. I think this is brand new. So we're just going to pop it in here. In fact, we need the screws and bump-ons. We're just going to pop it in here just to test it out. Just to test it out. This is the this is not a Heine PCB. This is a HS60 from Mechboards and Yanka. You can kind of see it says HS60 in there. Oh man, this is sealed. Wow. I like the fact that this is sealed. Sealed plastic is always good. Can't get into it though. Guys, like, you've seen my keyboard collection. You guys know what it's like. Right, okay, so personal preference. I'm just going to take these two middle screws out because I don't like these in. This is really black, is this case as well. This is really nice. Okay, take those out. Drop that in. Let's get us some screws on. So we only have 4 screws to put in place here. Now bear in mind on this build, guys, the PCB had been lying around with stabilizers in it for a long time, so the stabilizers are going to sound crap, so let's ignore the stabbed keys. And let's just go by the... If you're the only American that likes ISO, Nick, why is UK ISO not default in all of your kits? I mean, like, real talk, Nick. UK ISO better be in your next set. Just has to be. I danced for you. Okay, so I'm really excited to try these switches out because I think these are going to feel super smooth with keycap on. I could be wrong, but I think I'm going to be okay. Okay, so let's get these bump ons in. That's one. There are a lot of sets that have UK ISO in. I say that there's a lot. Like, there's just so many sets that have UK ISO in. Like, at one point it was the de facto default, and it's only the past couple of years that it's been starting to drop out. Okay, bump on's done. Right, let's get some keycaps on. You guys don't get to pick keycaps for this because I just need to set that head in. But you guys will get to pick the keycaps we use for the actual build later on today. Is that the 6.25? That looks too short. Yeah, that is too short. Wait, are we going to have to go accent spacebar here? No. I was going to say, that would have been terrible to have to have gone accent spacebar. Okay. Why can I not find any of the keys I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Struggling to find any of the keys I need here, but we'll get there. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Well, you know the next project, and it will definitely have UK on base because that's the point. I know, man. I know that was kind of the joke, but I wasn't sure how much I could release and how much I could say. I think this set's got UK ISO in it, so we're going to be careful with the 2 and 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. But I feel like I'm going to really enjoy these switches. So please allow me to apologize, guys, because this is a really, really thoroughly rushed build. Like, I don't usually rush builds this much. SDFG. There we go. And bear in mind the stabilized keys are going to sound like rubbish because this build has been sat around for a long time. Oh, I forgot this has got the thingy set to it. Yeah. Let's go for accent enter. Oh, it's got row 5. I forgot it got row 5, but it's only got row 5 for wait, no. It's only got row 5 for the 7U bottom row. But it does have row 5, I'd forgotten that. Caps lock. Oh man, we should have put control on there. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going as fast as I can, guys, get this done. And then we can get on to the proper build for today. Let's catch up with chat. What is the case made out of? This is a Mechanisk. What's the board called now? I've forgotten what the board is now. But yeah, it's a fully aluminium case. Yeah. But we're just doing this to try out these switches. So that's what we're doing right now. We're trying out these CJ switches from Gateron, which I think are going to be pretty solid. Like, I just have a feeling that I had a feeling as soon as I touched one that they were going to be pretty solid, and I'm going to show you that. So I just want to get this built quite quickly. Jay, what are your machines doing in the corner of the stream? The printers. So the top one's printing me out some. Oh gosh, moving to front. Hold on. Let me show you that properly. The top one's printing me out some boxes. These are kind of like tubs to store stuff in. So that's what the top one's doing. and then this bottom one is printing out. Oh, that's got some new filament in it, so that's printing out a bench sheet just to test that everything's okay, because we did some changes to it, so that's what they're printing out right now. Usually when I change something significant on one of the printers, we print off a bench sheet just to make sure everything's working well and as it's intended to do. Is this for a customer? This is just a personal board. This is just stuff that I've pulled together really quickly to test out these switches, because I was really excited for them when I tried them earlier on. So this isn't actually the build we're going to do today. This is just us looking at the CJ switches, because I think these are going to be really nice. And then we'll get onto the build, which is for a customer, and it's a J-01. So we'll get onto the build hopefully pretty soon. So this is just, as I say, this is just a quick thrown together build just to check what these switches are like. It's literally all we're doing here. Which is why I didn't show you me putting them in the board or anything like that. Okay. ERT. Why am I rushing this one? Because I just literally want to show you guys this one. Like this I only decided like 20 minutes before the stream I was actually going to show these switches on stream in this level of detail and do a typing test with them. So it's like really quick. And then we'll get on to what the actual build for this stream is meant to be. Oh, I've used the wrong 3. Oh well. This is GMK Sky Dolch as well for anyone that's interested. That's wrong. Is that right? That's right. Okay. Let's see if we can change that. There we go. Perfect. And control. We just need one more mod. And there we go. Right, there we go. Let's get this key set put away, and then let's take a good look at these CJ switches. Would I build a J-01 with tactiles? I'm not sure. I don't really like tactiles personally that much, but Clipperty, that's one. Yes, thanks, Aurora. Thank you, Clipperty. But I used to be a really big tactile fan, and I slowly moved away from them and went to linears. And do you know what? Actually, I say I'm not a tactile fan, but I have been moving back to a little bit. Would I build? I probably have a second build in the J-01 for tactiles, and my main build would be linear. Yeah. Are you the only one who operates the prototype site? Yeah, that's my website. Yeah, I own the store. I own the business. Yeah, it's mine. What spring weight do they come in? I can't remember exactly, but I'll have to check and put it on the listing, but I think they're 55 gram bottom out or 50 gram bottom out, something like that. Tubbs, nice, thanks man. Did I get the new iPhone? No, I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I've been super duper happy with it for the past year, so I didn't bother getting the new one. Didn't seem to be anything in it that needs to be, that I needed to get. Lavender Switch restock, yeah, soon. They're on order. They shouldn't be too long. Hopefully by the end of this year. The next project with UK, so it's not Chaos Theory. Yeah. Prototypist tubs coming out soon. Like, I have hundreds of them in the workshop. They're just awkward to ship and sell, so I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. No, I was printing boxes for months, but I filled up the whole of the bottom drawer in my it's an architect's drawers cabinet, so it's like a series of architect's drawers. They're basically A1 size drawers and designed for thin sheets of architect's plans, but I use it as a bit of a tool and kind of holding drawer and stuff like that. But these tubs are actually for mine and my wife's bathroom. We've renovated the bathroom, and we've got a new vanity cabinet in there, and the wife wants to put tubs inside, so that's what the tub's printing off an hour for. Salivating for your J-01? Yeah, they're literally on pallets. Through this wall just over here, they are literally on pallets just outside Youngish 23. I've already answered it. Yeah, I operate prototypers. Yeah, that's my site. Yeah. I have 2 PCBs and a desoldering gun, so I can experiment and go back to linears if I hate the others, or just buy another plate, right? Lavin beige. Interesting. I know more than that. I think. I can actually sweep the entire sets of kits in my basket once live now. Nice. He designs Keycap Youngish. So we're printing tubs on the top one and a benchy on the second one. So the bottom machine has undergone some recalibration today. So it's printing a benchy just to make sure that everything's all right. Yes, thank you, Zian. Let's have a stretch. There we go. Retro Racing Green. Nice. Useful opinion. Not a problem. What's your preferred bottom row layout? 7U or wing keyless. I prefer 7U or wing keyless. How do I not stain my mat with coffee? Well, you see, I designed this desk mat, so I just literally replace it every time I get coffee on it. Let's zoom out just a touch. There you go. So I just replace it every time I get coffee on it. I wash them. I just put them in the washing machine. Do I have any marketer analytics about the Keep market? I have everything that my store's ever done, but that's not public information. It's not information I'd share either. Yeah, I'm itching to hear it too. Yeah. Yes, you've always got a reason for a 3D printer. The Bubble 75. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. Well, last time we did do in-stock keycaps, they sold out immediately. I think Infinikey Comfy is in stock right now in the store, unless it's sold out over the weekend, and I haven't had a chance to look. But the last time we did an in-stock keycap, it was DCS Nightfall, and it sold out in like an hour. And then we did GMK in stock. We did GMK Midnight Rainbow and GMK Black Lotus in stock, and they sold out in like a minute. So it's difficult to buy enough to keep them in stock. Bub, hey man, good to see you. Tips on washing desk mats. Okay, so this is how you wash a desk mat. Okay, you hand it to your wife, and she washes it for you. Jokes aside, what you do is you put it in the washing machine, and you put it on a wash at 30 degrees with a little bit of detergent and no bleaches or anything else. Then when it comes out of the washing machine, you do not put it in the tumble dryer, and you do not hang it on the line. You don't hang it over the back of a chair or anything like that. You put it on a flat surface like this desk. And when you put it on the flat surface, you put it with the rubber side up. So you put it this side up. And once that rubber side is dry, you then flip it over and let the top side dry. If you hang it over a washing line or anything else, it will get boson and it won't lay flat anymore. So there you go, that's what you do. So you wash it on 30 degrees with a very little bit of detergent, nothing else in the washing machine. It doesn't have to be on long. Don't put it on a spin either, because a spin will distort it with the weight. It will start to distort and stretch it. So don't spin it either. And then to dry it, you just lay it on a flat surface, rubber side up. As soon as the rubber's dry, flip it over and then let the top side dry. That's it. Sleeping on your couch later if she hears you. She doesn't watch my streams. 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It's going to be what, 30, 60. It's going to be 90-ish, 92, 94, something like that. Somewhere between 90 and 95. Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's listen and see what this board sounds like. So these are the CJ switches. So before we type on the board, this is a oh gosh, bashing the mic. This is a CJ switch, just normally. And I'm really going quite hard on here. They're so smooth. They're so smooth. I feel like they might have a little bit of wobble to them. Let's see. Okay, not too much wobble. So a little bit of wobble, but not much. No more than anything else does. That's interesting. A little bit of wobble, but not much. Let's see how they sound. This is a I can't remember the name of the boards. Aurora told me earlier on. This is a Mechanese board, Clipper T, I think it is. Full alu case, tray mount, carbon fiber plate, hot swap PCB, stock switches, GMK keycaps. Well, first of all, they sound good. They feel good as well. They feel even smoother with... They feel even smoother with the cap on than they do just pressing them normally. They feel even smoother. Guys, I think these might be the perfect stock switch. There's a tiny bit of spring ping. There's a tiny bit of spring ping. And there is a bit of... So it tops out. When the switch is on its return, when it comes back up, there's a top out noise. If I let go of this, hear that? That's what most of the clack is. These are cherry blacks, but like on another level in terms of smoothness. Let's type it properly. Okay. Guys, I think we found the perfect in-stock switch. Like guys, like these sound great. These are completely stock, and this is in the clackiest plate material known to man. This is in a carbon fiber plate, and these sound so good. These are Gateron CJ switches. Gateron CJ switches. I'll have them on the store tomorrow. There's no scratchy sound in real life. If you can hear that on the mic, then it's... I think what you might be hearing is you might be hearing that top out sound. So they do have a noise on the return, which if you like that, that's great. If you don't, then no. A1I will be selling them in the US, but I don't know when he's going to get them. He hasn't got his shipment in yet. These sound like MX Blacks, but like good MX Blacks. Do you know in fact what these sound like? These sound like MX Blacks when people used to swap them with Gateron Milky Tops. That's what they sound like. Gateron Milky Tops, but MX Blacks. But they feel smooth as anything. They are linear. Yeah, they are linear. I would just keep these 100% stock. I don't think I'd need to. These are better than inks. Like, and it's not even close. These are really good. Like, they're so good. I'm half tempted to not sell them and just keep them all for myself. Like, that thought is genuinely crossing my mind. Do I just build everything with these going forwards and don't sell them? That's genuinely a thought crossing my mind right now. I am super happy with those. I'm really tempted to, if we've got time at the end of the stream, let's rebuild that board. But let's rebuild it with, if we get time at the end of the stream, we'll rebuild it with a POM plate, right? Okay, that's what we'll do. If we get time at the end of the stream, we'll rebuild it with a POM plate and see how the difference it sound. Oh, I've got more than 4,000 of them. I don't know how much they'll be. I need to work out how much it's going to be for sale. I might keep 1,000 for myself though. They sound amazing. Like, even the stabbed keys, right? Which the stabbed keys, the stabs have been left in this PCB for like 4 years and never used. Even the stabbed keys sound good. Guys, like, those have blown me away. Like, I think even if I sold those at £1 a switch, like $1.20 a switch, they'd still sell. They're so good. They're so good. They're what Telios should have been. These are what Telios could have been. Man. 4,000 switches is a small number. Like, I've got way more than that in stock. Like, way more. I opened 4,000 switches just to get those out. I've got more on the shelves. Off-Droid, Alresby, Unicorn, Nile, 2Ben, Worky Live, Burrito Barry. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate all of those follows. Right, CJ switches. Do you know what? I'm going to send some to some friends of mine. I'm going to send some to Alex Otos and some to Cohen Romas because I think these guys could get a kick out of these. I think they'll really like it. Man, they're good switches. Right. Whew. Hot flush. I think Surf Fortuna. I think that I18 will have them on his website. .keys. Is that decaf? No, it's not decaf. Yeah, I think I prefer CJ switches to inks. Like based on that one sound test and that one build, which is I'm gonna build my personal J-01 with them, and I'll answer that question after I've done that. Let's plan for me to do that. Okay. Let's plan for me to do that because this J-01 I'm building today is a customer build. It's not my personal build. It's a customer build. They're super smooth. They are so smooth too, Ben. Like these are unreal. They're so smooth. Like I don't know. They're just really smooth. Now I know the Gateron rep did tell me that these have polished stems, whatever that means. Well, I know it means they're polished, but like what that actually means. They're not factory lube, as far as I can tell. So if you scroll back through the stream, Will, you can have a look at the beginning of the stream. I actually took one apart and shone a light on it, and I could not see any lube anywhere at all. There may be a tiny bit of oil on the rails that Huey spotted, but I think that might have been grease off my own hands. So there you go. Thank you, Trinsen. I designed this myself, and it's for sale on my store. If anyone wants to go buy one, you can go buy one and support me by buying one. Yeah. They sound great. So if you scroll back, Derek, we did a sound test. These are called CJ switches. Let me type that into chat for you. They'll be on the store tomorrow. CJ Gateron. That's what they're called. CJ Gateron. Is Desmat based off anything? No, it's just based off my own thoughts. Like it's just a fox on a moon, on a lake with some trees. I like kind of, it's kind of semi-inspired by the game Firewatch, but not really. It's kind of that sort of thing. And I just like foxes. I wanted to put an animal in. A fox looking up at the moon kind of felt like the right thing to do, so that's what I did. These are nicer than Op Blacks. Like these feel smoother than Op Blacks. Yeah, Desmat's in stock on the website right now. You can go buy it. Go buy it. Go buy it. Just go buy it. Yeah, I actually have a second Desmat design that I'll done soon, which will be up for sale in the next couple of months. Yeah, so I had the design done at the same time as GMK Fox, but I didn't want to launch it then because I thought it would come out and look like I was trying to do something off the back of GMK Fox. So I just left it for a long time. I used Illustrator, guys. I used Illustrator for this one. The next one was done in Illustrator as well, but it's got more of a Day of the Dead type theme to it. Workshop Dog Mat, maybe at some point. Yeah, we'll do a Workshop Doggo Mat at some point. Yeah, it was this Illustrator it was done in. Right. Let's take a look at the J-01s. Well, first of all, the customer sent me some switches. Now, he tells me that these are lubed Gateron inks, which have been filmed as well. I have not lubed these. I have not filmed these. I don't see a film in there. Oh, I do see a film in there. Yes, they are filmed. These are lubed. Wait. Hold on. Oh man. So the CJ switches are smoother than in lubed ink. I really like those switches, guys. I really like them. These are really nice though. These are lubed really well. These are not over lubed, they're not under lubed, they're really nice. But man, those CJ switches are good. Anyway, this is the owner's switches. He sent them to me. So that's what we're going to use today. He's also sent to me his stabilizers that he wants to use as well. Now he has put some lube on the inside of the housings, but I'm just going to do the rest of the build like I would anyway, and I'll just lube them up to my specification and hopefully they'll work for him. So those are the ones we're going to use. Stop it making me spend money. Sorry, Will, I apologize. You want like a Crash Draw Jay's workshop mat? Like, you want Crash to draw me and put it on a desk mat? No. No, I don't think that'd work. I don't think anyone would want that shit. No one would want that. Jay's obsessed with CJ switches now. Like, yeah, they'll be on the site tomorrow. They're not a couple. I have nothing to do with them. Like, my rep just offered them to me, and I18 told me to get them, so I did. You were using another mat a couple of months ago. I don't remember much about it other than it being nature and campfire, I think. Don't remember. I've got a lot of desk mats, I'm sorry. Like the bro mat with Jay? No. And all your cars could be outside. You mean like on the poster, where I'm on the poster? I'm thinking on this side. You can see my car. Where is it? Just there. That's my car just here. And I'm in there as well. They won't be 100 quid for switches. Go through my old streams, Trin, and you'll find them, I'm sure. Nick, if you commission it, Crash can draw it. I give you permission. There's a Tehe Brook collab coming soon. Nice, nice. Right, okay. So what else do you get with the J-01s? Well, you also get a free 3D printed mini version of the J-01. Everyone gets one of these. One thing I do want to show you guys is that they actually come with this bit here printed on them. This is just support material for the prints. You just need to take that off. I've left it on just to support them during shipping, but it comes off dead easy. Like I say, you can just peel it off basically. So the support material comes off. I'm not going to take it all off for this guy. He can take the rest off himself. He seems like a really nice guy. So you can take off the support material, and then you can see that it's left the actual shape of the board at the back. It does the same on the sides as well. That bit needs to come out. So yeah, it's even got the little USB port. So you get your mini 3D printed J-01 as well. That's super cool. Go camera, please. Camera, please. There we go. So there we go. You get one of those as well. It's part of the order. What else do you get? Well, the other thing you get is one of these lovely keyboard cases. And this is what houses your J-01. I'm not taking the pallets apart to put anything in anyone's orders, no. Do we get mini switches as well? No, no mini switches. First thing to call out on the outside of the box is there's a little slot for you to put a label in there so you can say what's in it. As well as that, we also have PT branded what's the name of these again now? Tags for zips? I can't remember what the name from them is. They've got a name. I can't remember the name. Anyway, but yeah. Prototype is branded zips. Mini 3D printed J-01 is the entire reason I bought a regular size one. Right? Right. Have J-01 extras dropped? No, they're going to be a few weeks away. Group buy boards shipped tomorrow morning. Zipper pulls? Maybe? I don't know. Like, I think they have a name. Like, I know that like on the end of a shoelace, the little plastic bit's called an aglet. And I know like a belt loop is called a Beckett. But I feel like these have got a name and I've just forgotten the name of them. Pull tabs? No, there's a proper name for them. Proper name for them. Is that one of the cases with a pocket for PCBs and stuff? Yeah, so inside, what do you get? Well, you get a few things. You get a zipper pocket up here. And this will have a few things in it. The first thing it has is a PCB. There we go, the J-01 PCB. It also comes with a business card. If any of you bought from me before, you've always seen those. We are going to be changing those soon to something made in-house, which is quite cool. You also get a JST cable. These were provided by Yanka, so thank you very much to him. You also get, well, this guy gets a spare PCB as well. He has 2 PCBs. You also get your daughter board. And then you also get your plate. Now this guy opted for a carbon fiber ANSI plate, and that's what he's got. Finally, you get a little sticker, Prototype is branded sticker, because why not? And then everyone gets one of these, which is cool. This is a GMK Prototypist keycap. These are double shot. Prototype is green. Hold on, focus. Everyone gets one of these with their J-01s. As a double shot keycaps made from GMK, and everyone gets one of those. Yeah, the PT branded bags will be on sale at some point soon. I haven't decided when yet, but they will be on sale at some point. I'm going to do them in stock rather than a group buy. Oh, we need the plate. Put the spare PCB back in here. And let's put the card back in there as well. What else do we get? Well, you also get some bump-ons. We have changed the design for future. We're going to use customer feet going forwards, but these ones, the Rev1 ones, all have bump-ons. And we also have gaskets. Now, the gaskets come in 2 parts. They come in a top part, which we'll talk about later. This is the only difficult part of the build, the top part of the gasket. And we also have the bottom part. Now these are injection molded, which means that they're all one piece. And I'll try and show you that, guys, up close. So you can see here that these are all one piece, instead of the 3 different layers before. So yeah, so these are injection molded. You can probably see it better in this corner, actually. There you go. Designed specifically to hold the plates in place and make the boards much easier to build. And then finally, you get your board all wrapped up in some nice Prototypist branded paper. It's a really snug fit in here. So I'm going to pop that to one side. Just going to pop these to one side as well. Give myself a little bit more room. There we go. Mr. Binko, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much, man. Lennox as well, and Offdroid2, thank you very much for the follows, guys. Clapped says, what part of England are you from, Jay? It's so hard to tell you from your accent. So I live on the outskirts of Bradford. I live between Bradford and Halifax in a little village called Shelf. Right now I'm streaming from Bradford. That's where the Prototypist head office is. But I'm actually from Leeds. So I grew up, I was born and bred in Leeds. So there we go. Oh, thanks, Iwanate. Thank you. Iwanate, did you see the CJ switches? Did you see these earlier on? Dude, scroll back through the stream and watch back these, because these are so good. Like, I can't believe how good these are. These are quite possibly the most perfect stock switch I've ever tried. Like, they're as good as really nicely lubed inked, if not better, stock. They're so good. So good. Today we're going to be building with the ANSI carbon fiber plate, because this is what the owner of this board selected when he bought the board. Is that board still available? This one, the J-01? No, the extras will be available soon, though. The extras will be available soon. Switch Doctor AU, good morning, welcome. And thank you, Iwane, thank you. I need to invoice you for these decimets as well. I know, I'll get around to it. Okay, so let me show you the board, guys. So it comes wrapped up in this lovely Prototypist branded wrapping paper. And then here is the board itself. The Kiwi, thank you so much for the follow, mate. The Claps as well, thank you so much for the follow too. I'll give you, I think the owner's in chat. I'll give you a new piece of that lovely paper. And here's the board, guys. This is the black J-01. Comes with silver pen rail as stock. How many extras roughly? I don't want to share numbers, guys. That's a fingerprint, it's not a smudge. There's a side profile. You can see from the base. Nice and simple. Let's install these pom-poms while we're here. Can't wait to get your order. Hurry up, FedEx. DHL. Oh, no, FedEx for your switches. That's Alu, right? Yeah, this one's all Alu, yeah. You could opt for a brass pen rail at the time of sale. Most people did, but some customers didn't. And they just stuck with the grey Alu pen rail. We'll have some extra pen rails in stock when we sell the extras as well. Yeah, I'm not talking about numbers of extras, because it's just it makes things really difficult, because like people then, like, I haven't even QC'd all of the extras. I haven't even QC'd all the extras. It's not designed to be particularly flexible, but it is gasket mount. So take that for what you will. Even if you sell just the 3D printed MIDI ones, I'd buy it. Fair enough, man. I've been tempted to sell both 3D printed J-01s and J-02s for customers. I have been tempted to sell them. How about getting a pen made for the pen rail? Maybe. So this grey, it looks silver in the light, but it's a little bit more grey than this. Is the same as what we have the Lodestone bases made out of, and all of the boards have this unless you've got the limited edition white version, in which case you've got an E-white base. The torque size for the screws, yeah, it's a T10. I thought it was T10. The T9 should just work, but it's a T10. There we go. Most of the colorways have extras, yeah. There's only a couple that don't, which were commissioned colorways. So just looking at the inside of the case, not much has changed from the prototype except for how we've mounted the pen rail. So previously the pen rail sat on tabs and the screws were on tabs here. Now the pen rail doesn't come all the way through and we just screw into it. No functional difference, no sound difference, just a little bit easier for an assembly perspective and everything else as well. There is a mistake on all of these boards, however. The manufacturer was supposed to not mill these holes in here because they're not needed anymore, but they did. So it makes no difference, but they're all there. We didn't catch that until after we'd received them, so just one of those things. Just gonna put the top to one side. Okay. Then we need a smaller tux just for these. Still smaller. There we go. Jay isn't using the J trays for his screws. Like, let's use this tray. I have too many little trays. Come here. And then we've got the 4 screws for the daughter board. So we're going to install the daughter board first. Yeah, so we plan to have some pen rails in the stock for the J-01s. Not many, but a few of different colours. And we might be doing, well, we are doing the Blackout J-02 edition soon. So yeah. Yeah, anyone who bought a J-01 gets a mini 3D printed version as well. It's got some support material on it still, but yeah, you can see how they come out. Still needs the support material taken off the sides. Like, I leave the support material on just in case it gets, just to protect a little bit in shipping. So there we go. That's this is what the insides look like. You've got the acoustic cavity here, plus the standard inside here, and then this bezel here, that's where the gaskets sit, and I'll show you guys how that works when we get around to the build. First, let's get this daughter board in place, and then we know that's all in place. Would you ever consider doing a numpad to go alongside the J-01 and J-02? I know you and Flex haven't even had time to finish the numpad. The load time. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like a numpad would support the J series particularly well, but I would like to do a J series board with a numpad attached. So the J-03 might get a bit of a redesign at some point soon, but yeah, I'd like to think that the J-03 will have a numpad. I feel like it's going to be an 1800 style. There's some mock-ups we did with James like a year ago or so. I feel like it's going to change a little bit from that, but yeah, I feel like that's how we'll get a J series numpad, is through doing an actual 1800 or CP style layout. I don't want to do a detached numpad for the J series, no. It's just not part of my vision for the range, if that makes sense. But yeah, Zach, if you want to watch out for coloured pen rails, we will do some more. So there'll be some brass ones in stock. I'm going to do a small number of copper ones for some friends. We did do some copper ones, but they turned out a bit rubbish, to be honest. The manufacturer made them wrong, so they're being remade. But I do want to stock some copper ones as well. And we're going to do a few other bits and pieces as well. How do tangerines compare to the CJs? I think these are better than the tangerines, if I'm honest. Okay, finish this coffee. I did see the Grand Prix today. Yeah, I watched that live. Yeah. So daughter board's in. Let's install the JST. These did get made a little bit longer than I wanted them, but it makes no difference to this board in terms of its functionality. So I'm good with it. Let's just get these plugged in. Come on. Why do you not want to go in? For some reason that end just doesn't want to go in. I wonder why. Whereas that side's gone straight in. How weird. Oh, okay. There's a little bit of plastic on top of the mold for the JST connector. There we go. It was a hell of a race. Lando was so close. Yeah, I think I'd have done the same thing in his position as well. I'd have stayed out. I would have stayed out. I'd have just tried to try and make it to the end. It was his best chance of winning. Hi, it's me, your friend, Copper. Yeah. Lando's going to get a win at some point, right? Here's the PCB, guys. This was designed by Flex. His logo is just here. Let's call it out first. Flex. And we've got the Prototypist logo and the J-01 logo here. So there we go. It's a PCB. Looks pretty smart. There we go. Let's get the stabilizers done first. Let's just put the plate there. I'm just going to go back to my customer's email and just check exactly what he wanted for this build, because he did send me the layout earlier on today. Yeah, the fastest hunker junk in the galaxy. Yeah, he's going to get a win sooner or later. Okay, let me check this customer's layout that he wants. Fixed ANSI with 6.25U space, full backspace, and full caps lock. There we go. That's what the customer wants. That's what the customer's going to get. Nice choice in black wires for this. It's a good choice. And black screws as well. Nice. Keeping the theme alive. I do like black step wires. Okay. Let's get the lube ready. These are Dirk V2 stabs, yeah. Non-split bar, there he is, Dr. Roche. Thank you very much, man. Non-stepped cap, 6.25U space bar. That's fine, man, that's not a bad choice. There are worse choices. So we're just going to lube the stabilizer wire here. And again, guys, whenever you're lubing wires, you don't want to put too much lube on, but, you know, it's easy to add more lube later on than it is to take it off, so just be steady away. Going to coat it nice and evenly. There we go. I'm going to pop that into the housing. Oh, these are Jerk V1s. Okay, I'm just gonna touch up so the owner has lubed the insides of the sliders and the housings. I'm just gonna touch these up just as we go through, just with a bit of 205 grade 2. And then we're just going to put just a tiny blob in the back. Wait, that's way too much. Okay. Just like so. And then we're going to move on to the other side. Sleep well, man. Thank you very much for being here. These are Durek V1 subs. I thought they were V2s, but they're V1s. You can tell by how the wire clips in. That's one stabilizer in. I have to remember which one of these clip in now. that the 6.25U spacebar bit? Or is that it? I feel like it's there. I feel like that's it. Alessio, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, guys. We're in the middle of building a J-01. This is the production version of the board. This is a customer build. No, we've got this. You got the spacebar in the wrong place. Typical. Always the way. Let's just check that works now. There we go. That looks better. Okay, that's one stabilizer done. Now it's time to do the backspace, the ANSI enter, and the full left shift. Spanish meatballs, hello, hello. Hey guys, welcome, welcome. What did you just redeem? Oh, you redeemed stretch. Yeah, have a stretch. Yeah, we're building a J-01. We've just taken a first look at the new CJ switches, which is where we built the Clipper T that's at the top of the screen. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you guys haven't seen CJ switches, I suggest you check them out. Redeemed hydrate. Oh no, we've got coffee left. Is coffee really hydration? I'm not sure. Let's class it as hydration. It'll do. What's all the Spanish meatballs? What's all that about? Tell me, guys. Okay. Always water. I don't have any water to hand. Posture check. Yeah, we're good on the posture, I think. We're good on the posture. The chair doesn't let me sit in any bad way. So we're good on the posture. Coffee's 90% water, but caffeine dehydrates you. Okay, I'll open an iron brew in a second. We'll have some iron brew. It's because he's in Spain. Okay, what does Spain have to do with meatballs? What? Meatballs are Italian. What? What? Nick, I love you, man, but you do confuse the hell out of me sometimes. He's an Italian in Spain. So what's the Spain part got to do with anything? Nick, what on earth are you on about, man? Hey Kerbal, so this is the Nui chair, which is really good. I'm a big fan of it. I've had it for about a year now. I got it last August. I'm a huge fan of this chair. How to confuse J-01? Nah, I live in a perpetual state of confusion. I am the least organised and most confused person you will ever meet. Like, I haven't even got my soldering iron to hand. That's how disorganised I am today. I'm going to have to run and grab it from the workshop. Okay, that's a full backspace. I want a J00. It doesn't exist. There you go. You already have one. The J0.4 will be the 40%. The design is mainly done for that. We just need to work it out and prototype it at some point soon. Like, I'm sure there'll be some things to tweak after we get the board back, but yeah, it's mostly done. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Hey, Wayward Fox, thanks very much, man. It's going well. It's going well. We took a look at CJ switches earlier on, and I was pleasantly impressed. Pleasantly impressed. Let's put it that way. Take a look back on the stream if you guys want to see and hear what CJ switches sound like. Their new offering from Gateron. I'll have them live on the store probably tomorrow. J-00 is just a large donation to prototypers. Yeah, we take bribes. We take bribes. We don't really, but... Okay. The new nylon bottom gets, yeah, you can see them just to the side in the tray, and they're actually in this board just here. They're really good. Like, they're so smooth. And they sound pretty good too. Okay, that's a stabilizer done for the ANSI enter. And then now we've just got one more to do for left shift. Almost there with the stabilizers now, guys. We're just on the last one. Considering split backspace delete for my J-01, and you know if there's a big adjustment from full backspace? Not really. I can move between the two fairly easily. Yeah, I'm comfortable with either. I think visually I prefer the look of full backspace, but that's because I like the look of vintage boards more than anything. Which is why I like stepped caps look so much. Okay, there we go. That should be all of these lubed up nicely. So let's get these into the board. And then we can put switches in. And then we can take a brief 2-minute recess after we've got the switches in before we solder. Whilst I go grab my soldering iron because I forgot to get it before the stream. Up there for thinking, guys. Down there for dancing. Yeah, putting the getting rid of stabs is a big reason to go split backspace. Like, the fewer stabs, the better is my view. Okay, guys, so when you're screwing together stabilizers and you're putting them into the PCB, just a reminder, you don't want to go too tight with these. You only want to go until it's finger tight and then a quarter turn more. And that's just so you're not crushing the PCB. Black J02 is pretty limited, isn't it? Yeah, the blackout J02 will be limited, yeah. I think 200 units is where we're aiming for. I mean, just become an ISO user and you've instantly got one less stabilizer already. So then all you need to do is do split backspace. And then once you've done split backspace, you've just got your space bar and your enter key, and that's it. I think that's okay for stabs. I don't think you have to go full auto. There's a bit of a dark art to stabilizers. Like, I've got a method that works really well for me, but that might not work for other people. Like, visually, I think I just worked it out where it needs to be, but I think that's more build experience than anything else. And sometimes I do have to go back and tune them just a touch. Visionaire, hey man, glad to see you. Glad to see you. There we go. We have stabilizers installed. Okay, time to pop switches in. Let me pop these back in the packet for the customer. There we go. And then once we've done this, we'll take a really quick break. And I'll go grab my soldering iron. And then we'll solder the board together. Ink switches are always pretty tough into carbon fibre, so we're just going to take our time with them here. We're just going to put a few in a few places dotted around just to keep them all nicely together. Keep the plate and the PCB supported. I think this customer has a 8-key top with logo, doesn't it? Yeah, so we've got the logo here, so we're not going to put the bottom 2 switches in here. So as you can see, we're just going to skip these 2. Hydrate. Alright, yeah, okay, let me open the cap. I should really have got water as well, but I forgot. Ordered some of the new dummy key cherry white and black recently. Forgot to order the mod kit plus. Listing is sold out now. Rip. Sorry, man. I can appreciate just how frustrating that might be. and then the bot comes and instantly says, "Look, you can go buy stuff from Jay." There you go. Okay, so that switch hasn't been put back together properly. Just buy something from Jay instead, why not? Okay, that one's not... Okay, a couple of these switches aren't quite put back together properly. There we go. What I am interested in is what colour keycap set you guys are going to pick for this today. I have got a few keycap sets that we can try on the board. SA Chocky. Dude, do you want me to not sell your keycap sets anymore? It tastes like that. It'll be a GMK set, let's be honest. I've got a few. You guys get to pick later on, so there'll be a proper vote, but you can pick between GMK Wild, GMK Pedestrica, GMK Red Samurai, Olivia, or Shoko. Those are going to be the choices later on, so you guys can let me know when we get to that part of the stream what you'd like to see on the board. GMK ASCII. I do have GMK ASCII, but it's actually on another board right now, so we won't be using that today, but I do have it. It's going to get cat iron whenever it eventually ships. Nice, good choice. ASCII is worth it just for the F-AC key. Yeah, it's a good key. It's a good key. It's like whenever I get around to doing my Red Dwarf keycap set, inspired keycap set, it will have a Smeg key in there, I think. Alu spacebar ordered to complement the pen rail. Nice, nice. I do have a bronze spacebar somewhere lying around. If you're going to get an aluminium spacebar, though, you might want to get a heavier spring in your spacebar switch. It's kind of like, it's something I started working on years and years ago as a bit of a joke, Mythical, and I never really finished any of it. But like, it had like novelties that were based around like Starbug and Cat and Crichton, and yeah, it was a bit of a meme, really. Like, it was before I knew about intellectual property. Let's put it that way. Fresh, hey man, good to see you, dude. I think the J-01 that Tae built with the brass pen rail, gold infield logo, and GMK chocolatier was the best looking J-01, hands down. Interesting, interesting. That was a J-01, original J-01. There's only like 14 of those out there in the wild. These are a little bit different, these boards. CF plate looks sick. Yeah, the CF looks so cool. CF was the stock option for this board, and people could opt to change that to an FR4 plate if they preferred. Most people stuck with the CF. But there's quite a few people who ordered an extra FR4 plate. Yeah, there's only like 14 of those boards out there. There's very, very few of those J-01s out there. They're all basically prototypes as well. Okay, let's grab some keycaps and just make sure we're putting everything in the right place here on the bottom row. I think we'll have... Put 2.5 spacebar, I think. Wait, what? What? Don't have a 6.25U spacebar in that box, so I thought we would have, but we don't. Let's put it to one side. Let's grab GMK Wild just because it's here and it's on top of the pile. And we're just going to literally just grab the keycaps we need to just fill the bottom around. Just make sure we're putting the switches in the right spots. So we're not going to press the keycaps on fully here. We're just going to lightly touch them on. And then what we can do from there is we can work out where the switches need to go. Harims, this is sorry if this is redundant, but when is the ETA for shipping? I read that it could possibly be 8 to 12 days sooner than expected, but I couldn't find the original ETA date. So if you read the update again, Harims, it will say that they're actually shipping tomorrow. They're all on pallets inside my workshop, literally just through the wall there, and they'll be collected by DHL tomorrow. I'm literally just going to wait for DHL to collect them. So all we're doing here, guys, is just putting the keycaps on, just making sure that where we put the switches is all going to work. It doesn't matter if it's the right legend or not, because we're taking them off. We're just putting the keycaps on just to make sure everything lines up correctly. Then we're just going to grab the top case and just make sure everything lines up nicely. And there you go, you can see that this is all going to fit just nicely into the case there. So there we go. Ben, updates are available for all of the keycap sets we run. all you need to do is go onto the website, click the updates tab at the top of the page. That's going to take you to a guide on how to follow our updates for every single group buy we use. That's got the latest up-to-date information for absolutely everything. The day I get new information, literally the minute I get new information, those updates are updated live. And that means that customers don't need to ask ever. They can just always look at that, and whatever's on there, that's the latest information I have. And that goes for any group buy that we've run. Any and every group buy that's ever run, it's all on that updates page. You can access it through a few places. You can go to the updates tab at the top of the website. You can also log into your account, and there's a green button that says updates. You can click on that. Wherever you're on any page on the website as well, there's 2 links in the footer to update, so you can click on either of those. If you're on a product listing, if you look at the bottom of every product listing, there's a green button that takes you to updates as well. If you're on Discord, you can use the ! Discord command in the prototypist server, and that'll take you to updates as well. Or there's a pinned channel that says updates on it, and that's going to take you to the updates too. So the updates are really easy to find. They're out there for absolutely every single product we've ever sold in group buy, and you guys can go find them that way. Thank you very much, Mister. Thank you so much, Mister. I'm not going to say your second name, but thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. You really thought this all out. Thank you. No worries, man. No worries. Glasses is here as well. Hey, man. Good to see you. The J-01 Rev1s haven't all shipped. No, there's a couple of secret super special ones, including a J-01 that's still waiting parts. So, yeah. Not too long now. Not too long now. But the main group buy ones are shipping, and then a lot of the custom ones are a little way off. Right. I'm going to take a literal 30-second break to a minute break, and I'm going to go and grab my soldering iron. I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay guys, we're back. We are back, and we're now going to start soldering. And what that means, guys, is it's now time for you to ask me any question you'd like. So this can be keyboard related, or it can be any other project related. It can be any topic related, but you can ask me any question you would like about any topic whatsoever, and as long as it's stream safe, I'll answer it. I'll give you a straight, honest answer, best of my opinion, or whatever. So all you need to do is tag me by typing in @JPrototypist. Ask me any question you'd like on any topic whatsoever, and then I'll answer them in turn. The first thing I'm going to do whilst you guys are typing in your questions, and it can be about anything, remember guys, is I'm just going to check all of the pins, just make sure we've not got any bent pins. So I've noticed we've got one here. So all you need to do is get those questions in. Just ask them straight away in chat. Just @JPrototypist, and as soon as I start soldering, I will start to answer those questions in the order that you guys submit them. No topic is off charts. You can ask me a question about anything you would like, absolutely anything at all, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. Any topic, any subject, any thought, any opinion, and I'll give it straight to you raw. Yeah. Oh man, how did we bend so many pins on this? Okay, I can see a few questions coming in, guys, so keep them coming. Oh my god, how on earth did I bend so many pins putting these in? It's not like they're even used switches, these are just open switches. Like normally I get 1 or 2, but I've had like 5 here. Oh my gosh! Right guys, this is scuffed Jae Build. Okay, that one is busted. Let's grab another one. Keep the questions coming though, guys. I'll answer quite a few. The best question we had last week was about potatoes. So you literally can ask about anything. Okay, just checking the bottom row now. Still got one missing. There we go. Cool. Now we're good to go. Okay, so as I said, it is time to solder. Let's take a quick run through the questions. Chris Bezic says, where's the black car currently? So for those of you who don't know, I'm in the process of importing a 1967 Nissan P130. You can Google that, P130. The car is currently on a ship on its way to the UK. So it shouldn't be too much longer. I'm expecting delivery in November. That's when I'm expecting to arrive. It'll take me a couple of days to get it through customs and off the ship and drive it up here to Bradford. It's probably going to come to the workshop, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's going to be November time-ish when I get it, I think. But Nissan P130 in black, upgraded engine, but pretty much all original interior and everything else. And that's going to arrive some point in November. I think the boats are due to arrive in the 2nd of November. Why didn't you get Owl Lab Mr. Suits on the store? I think Owl Lab were just selling the boards themselves directly. I don't think they had any proxies. If they did, it wasn't one they offered me to stock. So I'm really sorry about that. I can't offer every product. If they want to work with me, I'm more than happy to do that for the next round. I don't make my bed says, what is my favorite keyboard right now? Oh my gosh, that's such a difficult question to answer. Can I give you a couple of examples of boards that I really like? Is that okay? Is that fair? Because like I give you an answer now and it's going to change. I've really been enjoying the Heine TKL one. I don't usually like TKLs, but I've been really enjoying that. I also love F1 ATEX by Geonworks. I have like 7 or 8 of those boards now. I'm trying to get one in every color. So I'm a big fan of them. Of course, I love my J-01s and J-02s as well, purely because I've had heavy involvement in those, and then my projects effectively. So yeah, those would be my choices right now. But there's so many good boards out there. Like I could list 30 or 40 good boards. You know, look at the look at those Alps boards that I built recently. Look at those; they're amazing, amazing bits of kit. The name's temporarily escaped me. Keymex, that's the word I'm looking for. Keymex, there we go. Those boards are phenomenal, and so much work goes into them by one person. He makes his own double shot keycaps. I mean, you know, who else can say that they do that? Like, literally, he manufactures them at home. It's kind of nuts. So I can't give one answer to that. Unusual says, are you going to pre-order a set of GMK Honeywell from Originative? No, I have most of the other versions of Honeywell and I have multiple sets of it, so I don't feel like I need another set of Honeywell right now. Yeah, like I have Honeywell on my J-01 that's at home, my original prototype J-01 with the brass mid piece, and I have it on my prototype J-01 Rev1 board as well. So I don't feel like I need another Honeywell set right now, although it is one of my favorite sets of all time. Lex says, are you looking forward to the Cloudline group buy? Yeah, I'm hoping I'm lucky enough to pick one up. I know I'm the vendor for it, but I'll be there in the trenches just like you guys will be trying to pick one up. I'm really, really hopeful that I will be quick enough. I'm very excited for that board. I think it's going to do really, really well. And I've only got 25 units as well, so there's only going to be 25 units on Prototypist, which means they're going to probably sell out pretty sharpish. So yeah, I am excited for it, and I'm excited to be clicking along with all you guys to try and pick one up really quickly. I feel like I already asked too many questions in the Discord. You can ask as many as you want, man. Will Tato says, when there are group buys and the designers and contributors provide graphs with the number of sales, is a situation like they email asking you how much was ordered, or is it a constant thing where you keep them constantly updated? So it depends on the group buy. Usually it's managed in different ways. Usually the lead vendor, the one who's doing the dealing with the manufacturer. So for example, if that was me, like I did with GMK Bleached or GMK Higambana, I'd create some sort of tracker that would be updated periodically by the vendors, maybe once a day, maybe once a week, depending on how much capacity they had. That's visible between all of the vendors and the designer usually. And then we choose between us as a group how far that gets shared. Some people don't like to share it, other people want to share it, so yeah. It really depends. It can be different from group buy to group buy. But that's the information that's then used to submit to the manufacturer, say GMK or otherwise. But a lot of that's kept kind of private and public because it has loads of different information on there. If I could automate any task in my life, what would it be? Packaging. Just packing boxes. Like, even just folding boxes. Like, it just takes so long. And it's such a big thing. Like, it takes a minute a box to fold it and tape it all up. Like, yeah, I've probably spent, I don't know, I've probably folded and packed 10,000 boxes for prototypists, maybe more, 15,000. I think we've shipped about 16,000 orders now. Mel's done probably half of the last couple of months. So, yeah, I'd say like 15,000 boxes, a minute a box. I'd like to get that time back. Yeah, I'd probably automate folding boxes. Or tax returns. Automating tax returns would be amazing. Like all the bookwork, if that just happened and I didn't have to do anything with it, it'd be amazing. Do you ever get burnt out? How do you navigate if so? You guys have been working like crazy and you hope you can take a break soon with a few wild weeks. So yeah, I do feel like I get burnt out. I've got quite a high tolerance for stuff like that. Like naturally, I'm quite good at dealing with that kind of stress. I know some people are and some people aren't. So I'm naturally, I come from like a high stress work environment, working for a bank here in the UK. So I'm kind of used to that situation and I thrive on it. I work better the more stress I'm under, up to the point where I just can't keep up with the work anymore. So I think it's better for me, but I can appreciate why that's not the case for everyone. In terms of how I deal with it, I don't know, like it just, stuff like that just tends not to faze me. I don't dwell on things too much. I tend to look forward rather than back unless I'm taking on learnings. I do retrospectives for most of the projects we've run, but they're usually like more about how can I improve in the future. Mr. Bent Pin here. Come back to that switch in a second. So it's really difficult for me to answer how do I deal with being burnt out. I don't feel like I'm afflicted with it like some people are, and I think I know when it's coming, so I can take the warning signs early and I can kind of rectify it for myself. Is that fair? I hope that's fair. Moose says, oh no, we've talked about that one. Okay, is that the last question? Is that the last question? Al had proxies, but they reach out to vendors. They need to reach out to some sort of catch-22. I don't reach out to other people usually. Usually I wait for people to reach out to me. You can only type on one share with the world, man. People need F1s. I need an F1. Oh, right, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. I like to collect things. Never enough GMK sets. I don't even know how many GMK sets I have these days. Too many is probably the real answer. A couple of hundred. Something like that. Mel keeps trying to tell me to downsize my Keycap collection, so I probably have to do that at some point. What past group buy did you wish that will run again? Oh man, I'd love to see another run of GMK Monkey with better compatibility. That set was great. It was really underrated for what it was as well. Right, okay, we have one bent pin that we missed. How did I have so many bent pins? Let's just grab this switch out. Come on. Come on, switch. Right, we didn't solder this in, so why is it... Oh, there we go. I was really stuck. I do want to know, what is the background to these J-01, J-02 boards? Did you work with someone specific to design and make these? I wasn't around when you're getting them done, so I don't know much about them. Yeah, so I worked with James to get the CAD design done, but it's all based off drawings, pen and paper drawings that I did. So in a previous life, I worked in architecture. So I'm pretty good at handy with like doing isometric drawings and things. So that's where it started out. And then James helped me turn them into CAD. Well, actually, someone else did before that, but James helped me turn them into CAD for the group buy boards, yeah. Derek's got a serious question. Why doesn't GMK have penalty of delayed product shipment like in a number of other industries? How do you know they don't? How do you know they don't? I haven't tried the switch pads, Lex. I'm really sorry. There's definitely a certain kind of tolerance that gets built out when work needs you to metabolize stress to get through the day. Yeah, like it's interesting. I don't ever find that I'm feeling burnt out. Sometimes I feel tired and I want a break for a bit, but I'll just take like a half day or something, go to the coffee shop and do bookwork from there. Little things like that help restore me, and I just do it through little things. Switch pads, no, I haven't tried them, so I couldn't comment on them, I'm afraid. I don't want to comment on something I haven't tried. Any opinions on the wave of popularity regarding tape PE foam mod? I'm going to test it. I've got like 25 different types of tape. We're going to get 2 boards that are identical, probably F1 ATEXs, with the same switches lubed in the same way, with the same stabilizers and the same plate material. And we're going to try one board stock and one board with tape, and we're going to try different tapes. And then we'll pick our 2 favorite tapes, and we'll put one board with one tape and one board with the other tape, and we'll see how they go. I just need to figure out when we're going to do that. Okay, so we're all soldered together. So next job is now to make sure that the keyboard works. So I'm just going to plug the JST cable in. There we go. And then I'm going to steal a cable from my numpad. And before this one doesn't work, let's grab up switch hitter. Oh no, what have we done? Does this one not want to work? Have I done something wrong? Have I messed this one up already? We'll get some and try them out. Nice. What's the status on the blackout JR2? It's going to come. It's going to happen pretty soon. I feel like I might have damaged this JST cable. Like when I had problems with it earlier on, I feel like I've damaged it. Let's try again. Okay, so let's grab switch hitter up, and then you guys can see. In fact, let's do via. Let's grab via. Okay, so you guys should be able to see via. We're going to flip it over to the prototypist J-01. You can see it says prototypist J-01 right up there at the top. Let's just check we've got the right layout here. So yes, we have the 6.25U bottom row. We've got the ISO enter. We've got full backspace. We've got the we've only got the 8 F keys, but it'll show all of them on here. But that's fine. Let's test them out and make sure we've got everything. So let's do the key tester, test the matrix, and let's just check everything works. So we're good there. All looking good on the top row. All looking good there. The arrows are looking good too. Let's test out this bottom row. All looking good. Right, let's test out this row here. Okay. All good so far. There we go. Everything's working really well. Everything looks good. This keyboard's ready to be fit into the board. Okay, let's catch up on the last questions before we finish with the build. We talked about the status of the Blackout Jet 2. It's coming. Don't know have dates, but just waiting on final quotes. Should be this year. Do you think the sale price of Korean boards in the West compared to the prices in Korea are justified? I don't know what the difference is, but like Western manufacturing is really expensive, and even prices that Western makers get quoted by Eastern manufacturers tends to be different to what Eastern manufacturers can, Eastern makers can actually produce for. So it's a really interesting dynamic, and I don't know what the real answer to that is. Let's unplug the board for now. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to pop the gasket in place for the bottom. So we're just going to lay this in place. Now there's no adhesive on these gaskets anymore because people kept complaining that they had to buy another gasket whenever they wanted to change up their board, such as Cerakote it or whatever. So these gaskets do not have adhesive on. Now there is a cheat for that if you want to cheat, and you can just use a glue stick and just put a small thin layer of glue on there, and that will hold it in place. But this bottom gasket should go on without any issues. So you can see there we've pressed it into place. It's all lined nicely. Let's zoom in and show you this up close. So you can see here that it's got this lip onto it. That's where the board's going to sit. Now, as I say, if you do want to use a glue stick, you can just get a normal glue stick and you can just run that around the edge of the gasket. I'll show you on the top one, for example, how that's going to work. And then all we need to do is just push the plate assembly into position. Oops. Can be a little bit fiddly. All we're trying to do is just hold the gasket in place. Make sure that all levels in. Just takes a second or two to line it all up. Once it's all aligned though, you'll see that it sits flush with the case. Like I say, these are the new injection molded gaskets, so once you get it all lined up, it does work better. I promise. This is where, because I haven't shown anyone it, it's going to make a mockery of me. Okay, it's just getting slightly tucked under the other side here. Why is it being a pain now? I did this like 10 times on my personal board the other day and it worked first time every time. Okay, hold on. Let's just reconvene here. The idea is it just lays in place. There we go. Right, let's try this again. It should be just as simple as pushing into one edge. Why is this being a pain now? Still looks, it is easy in the old gaskets. I don't know why this one's been a pain. Like, I did this like 10 times the other day practicing this, and it worked so much better than the old gaskets. There we go. That's it. He says, and then realizes that it's not it because the JST cable has come out. Right. I promise this is easier than the old gaskets. Okay. Right. Look, third time lucky. Here we go, guys. Right. Always the way. Always the way. As I say, you can just use a little bit of glue stick if these do get in the way. It's dead easy. Why am I having such a hard time with this? I literally did this 10 times the other day to practice this, and I had 0 issues with it. I think it's this JST cable. Right. Okay, so we've got the front edge in. So once the front edge is in, we're just going to lift up the back edge. Make sure the sides go in nicely. We're just going to put pressure down onto the front edge a little bit. We're just going to make sure it sits nice and flush. If it's not sitting flush, we're just going to lift it up. Just reseal it nicely on the edge. Okay. That's where we're going wrong. We will get this, guys. We will. In before I get really upset with this and can't do it. Why am I having such a pain of this today? Like, I literally built like 5 of these on Friday and got it first time every time. Man, what on earth is up with me today? Stay. I don't want to put glue on a customer's board. Right. Stay. Right. Okay, I'm going to show you the glue method because this isn't working for me. Typical. Right, so this is how easy it is to glue it. All you do is get a glue stick, and on the underside of the gasket, you just run the glue stick over the edges. And this shouldn't be needed. I think I'm just having an off day, guys. Maybe I am burnt out. We're just going to run the glue stick around. Again, just a really light coat. All we're trying to do is just tack this into place. We're not actually trying to glue it in place. We're just trying to tack it into place. Because it's glue stick, it'll just melt off as well. If you ever need to remove it, you'll be able to remove it dead easy. Right, okay, so now that should all hold in place theoretically. So we're just going to push it into the case. And that's all held in place much better. It's a dead simple little mod. Just going to tuck the JST cable just out of the way slightly. Then we're going to just drop the PCB and plate assembly in. And there we go. That's now in place. So you can see that it now sits flush on both sides, all rested into the gasket system. Yeah, it kind of acts like an O-ring. Yeah, kind of. That's not a bad way of putting it. Okay, and then for the second gasket, this one goes into the top case. So let me show you this one. So you see here we've got a groove milled into the top case, if I can get the light on it. That's where the gasket's going to sit. Again, the gaskets only go one way round. So you can see that this one sits in like that. And again, we'll just get the glue stick. We'll just run it over the edge of this. Just to hold it in place. Just a really light coat. Try not to get it on the desk mat. Again, you shouldn't need to do this. You can get it to line up. The only reason that we didn't put them on is because customers asked us not to put adhesive on. And it's actually more expensive to have them without adhesive as well. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to drop this into place and we'll line it up. So you can see it retains the shape of the board. And there we go. That's the top gasket now applied on the inside of the case. Nice and simple. There's not much flex in this board. It's designed to be semi-flexy, but not going to be huge flexy. The whole point of this board isn't to be flexible. It's to be relatively firm. And we're just going to slide the top case on. And we're going to flip it over, and we're going to screw it together. Grab our screws. Where do we put the screwdriver? And then you want to put one in a corner first, just screw it down nicely. Then go to the opposite corner, and this is just going to make sure we've got even compression on the gasket. Then once you screw this one tight, you can then come back to the first corner, tighten it up a little bit more. And then we're going to go to the bottom corner here. And this shouldn't take much pressure at all. You don't need to over tighten this. As soon as the case parts fit flush, you know that you've got enough tightness on the gasket. Yeah, like the 5 that I built yesterday on Friday, Punch Frida, I didn't need to use a glue stick at all for, like, it was just dead easy. But I didn't want to have a permanent gasket solution in there. There we go, that's the board all put together. Gaskets are not visible from the outside unless you really hold it at an angle and you can see where it sits. But it effectively isolates the plate. And the board is now built. So there we go, guys. It's now time to choose some keycaps. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. Have you found any notable sound difference between the new gasket and the old gasket? The new gasket sounds better. Yeah, the new gasket sounds better, just a tiny bit. Like, it's so close. Hardware can smell fear. Yeah, never ever goes to plan on stream. It's true. Like, I built 5 in the workshop, no problems. I did it about 10 times on my personal one, no problems. So yeah. When I built my J-02, was really worried, but the PCB went in with no issues. Yeah, like, every time I've done this, it's been fine, and then today, because I'm doing it on stream, it doesn't. Usually people on RMM milking because of their exclusivity, but if people are willing to pay that much for it, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, you can glue stick if you want. Thank you, man. Thank you. I did. Yeah, I need this board extra soon. It was indeed a mad dash to secure one of those that day. It did. Yeah, it was hugely mad dash. Yeah, it was crazy. Such a nice finish too. Yeah, the boards came out great. Look how, I mean, you've got fingerprints on it, but look how nice this anodization came out. Like, the black's so good. And the silver's just really nice as well, the grey. So much easier than the old gaskets. It is. Nice music on the stream as well. Thanks, man. Gasket news, just new people would appreciate the glue demo, right? Like, I don't want to say you should glue it because you shouldn't. And like, that glue's not going to hold anything in place permanently. It's going to peel off anyway. It's not like it's a permanent one. But with the 3M glues, what we found is that once you put it in, you couldn't take it out. Like, if you ever wanted to Cerakote the bottom of the board or recolor it or do anything, you couldn't. Like, if like I have a new gasket system that's slightly firmer or slightly softer in the future, I wanted those to be changeable so people could just pick out and use new ones anyway. It's a little bit like gummy worm mount, but it's completely isolated. So the plate's isolated on all 3 sides, the bottom, the sides, and the top, including the front and back. So it's completely isolated. Hydrate? Yeah, let's hydrate. This board looks so good. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Look how good that looks. Right. It's now time for you guys to choose what keycaps we put on this board. You need to choose some keycaps. What keycaps do you want to see on this board? Let me set up a poll. So you've got a choice of GMK Wild. We can do GMK Perestroika. I hope I've spelled that right. We can do GMK Red Samurai. We can do GMK Olivia, or we can do GMK Shoko. Okay, let's set the poll going, and you guys can pick. So there you go. Which caps? The poll is live. I'll get the final vote, so I'll vote right at the very end and add my vote, and we'll see what wins. With a small amount of dielectric grease work, yeah, you can use dielectric grease in the corners to hold the gasket in place as well. I tend to do that with O-ring builds, just use the dielectric grease to hold the gaskets in place. But this is the first one I've had to use a little bit of glue on. I'm really frustrated at that because I wanted to show you guys how easy it was, and they are really easy compared to the old ones. But there we go. You can see there the carbon fiber looks really, really cool. The silver pen rail, side profile, so nice. So happy with this. I don't think so. I think it looks like Perestroika's going to come back. Perestroika's so dope. Yeah, it's really nice. I do have some brass pen rails, but obviously not on this board. This customer didn't buy one. Olivia too. Yeah. I don't know what any of them are. Google them quickly. You've got 5 minutes, so you can Google them quickly. Do you want me to show you? So this is GMK Wild. GMK Wild. Those are the colours in GMK Wild. We've got a GMK Perestroika. That's GMK Perestroika. We've got GMK Red Samurai. We've got GMK Olivia. GMK Shoko. Those are what we have on hand for this day. If you do pick Red Samurai, I do have a couple of extra kits, so we can pick from those extra kits as well if we pick that. But it doesn't look like Red Sam's going to win. So at the minute, it's between Shoko and Perestroika. Nothing else is even coming close. So here you go, guys. Do you want to see blues or do you want to see reds? That's the real question here. Blue or red, right? Do you know, I've offered it on nearly every stream I've done this year, and not once has it been picked Poncho. No one has picked Olivia. Shoko ugly as? No, Shoko's lovely. Shoko's really cool. It's just a really nice set. Light blues, blue greys. It's lovely. Shoko is my all-time favorite set. Nice. Yeah, what do you think is going to look better on here, guys? Stealth is a little while away. I think people are tired of Olivia now, yeah. I actually have 2 sets of Olivia. I should really sell one. I should really sell a set of Olivia. Good old white on black would look great too. Yeah, it would. It'd look really cool. Even Sky Dolce would look great. Like, Sky Dolce is one of my favourite sets of all time. Oh man, those switches sound so good. GMK Dark would look nice. Yeah, I do have GMK Dark, but it wasn't one of the sets I picked for today, so we're not going to see that one today. Alright, it's a J-01 keyboard that we're building. Use the build command. Here you go. There you go. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. We also built a Clipper T as well earlier on with CJ switches, which is really nice. Okay, so we're almost there, guys. It looks like Perestroika's going to win. Unless someone does something big in the last 30 seconds, Perestroika is going to win. 58 votes to 56. Guys, 57 to 58. 58, it's even. Stevens, 59 to 59. 60 to 66. GMK Shoko storming into the lead there right at the very end. 68 to 62 now in Shoko's favour. Perestroika is making a comeback. Perestroika is on 70. Oh my gosh. Perestroika has won with 74 votes to GMK Shoko's 68 votes. GMK Wild, GMK Red Sam, and GMK Olivia barely getting a look in there. Wow. GMK Perestroika it is. Channel points came in handy. Nice. Nice. I wasted so many channel points to that. That's the name of the game, man. That's the name of the game. It's always a risk. It's always a risk. Look how nice this set's going to look, though. It's going to look great on this. Atlas with the clutch. What's the TKL on the top left? This TKL here, this is my Heine TKL one. With Cherry OG die subs that are Yugoslavian. Hoping that all of these keycaps are in the right order because I have no idea what order they need to be in for Russian, so I'm hoping that GMK has packed them in the correct order. Let me get up an image of GMK Perestroika. Let me check the base kit just so I'm making sure that they go in the right places. Okay, I've got an image up. There we go. You're not vibing with the red caps and the silver pen rail. Hey man, you should have voted. This is what people picked. We went the way of the crowd. This is what the people picked. The keyboard version of Bubbly. Man, hope you make more keyboards in the future. We'd love to get a PC board. Yeah, we've got loads more coming. We've got the J-02 Blackout Edition coming really soon. We've got the Argyle, which is a prototypist design board coming soon too. What else have we got? We've got the BBTKL is most likely going to run at some point soon as well. Waiting on the prototype of that. In fact, actually, next week there'll be the EVA editions of the J-02 with the new gasket system, the same as this as well. So yeah, they'll be on the store live and in stock. There's only a small number of those, very small, single digits. So we'll see how they go. But yeah, they'll be on the store next week. What's a 60 at the top? It's a Clipper T is the 60 at the top. I'm not going to put any artisan on this one. This isn't my board, it's a customer board, so the keycaps are only going to go on there until tomorrow morning, and then I'll take them off when I pack the board up for it to be shipped. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to put any artisans on this particular one. Just making sure that we're putting one correct as the Perestroika designer has intended. Give J-02 Blackout. No, soon. Lodestone's kind of on pause at the minute. It is going to happen. It's just a case of when. So both Flex and I are really, really busy, and we haven't had a chance to sort it through. To be honest, we will get to it, and it will get sorted eventually, but it's going to take us a little while. Trying to complete a blue Bomber Fox set for the macro columns. Nice. That look really cool. Nick, I hope you've worked out which, for Chaos Theory, which keycaps need to be made in reverse, because like some of these already exist, some of the molds already exist, like N in reverse is already an existing key. So I hope you've worked that out. I hope you've gone through all of the sets that exist and worked out where you don't need extra molds. I'm sure you will have done, because I know you're a man that does his homework, but... He already has done. Would you bet on Isla Group buy running this year? That depends entirely on Tom. So we are waiting for the last round of the prototypes to go out for those, and they're just waiting on PCBs at the minute. So once those come in, I think it'll be a chat for Tom and I to have to see what we're going to do. I'm not sure when that's going to be. I really wouldn't want to put a time and date on something at the minute for that. So we'll see. We'll see. Did I miss the arrow keys? Oh, yeah, I did miss the arrow keys. Not enough sets have a macro kit. Yeah, looks sleek. Looks really good. Put a layout photo into the tub when you take off those keycaps. Yeah, I probably should do, right? I probably should do. I'll put them back in the tub in the tub, yeah. So I'll take them out of this box and put them in the tub. They will go in one of these tubs eventually, yeah. Support every macro kit. That support needs to be standard. Yeah, I don't think every group buy should offer it because it just wouldn't sell for every group buy, and quite often I end up having to buy out kits that then just sit around forever and don't sell. I'm all for supporting minority layouts, being an ISO user, but like you have to be careful with that. Like not every set can have every kit. Like not every set could have an international kit, for example. It just wouldn't work. Okay, so here is the J-01 Rev1 in black with silver aluminium pen rail and GMK Perestroika. This is lubed and desk key filmed black inks on a carbon fiber plate with with Durox stabs, not C3 stabs, with Durox stabilizers. Look how nice that looks. Oh yeah. Should we do a bit of a sound test, see how it sounds? Where did I get these tubs? I had to buy something like 1,000 of them wholesale to get them at a decent price. So yeah, like there's no point in me telling you where I bought them from unless you want to buy 1,000. And if you do, just email me and I'll figure it out. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit and get a bit of a sound test on this. Let's pause the music. Let's see what you guys think. What's the weight of a built J-01? Should we weigh it? Let me see if I've got some scales to hand. Let's see. Okay, so in grams, it is 2.5 kilograms, 2.54 kilograms. That in pounds and ounces is just shy of 6 pounds, so 5 pounds, 9.5 ounces. There you go. That's how much it weighs. It's not super heavy, but it's pretty heavy. The brass pen rail adds a bit when you have the brass version. Okay, so let's take a little bit of a sound test. Perestroika looks great, right? Oh man, I do love how these boards sound. That acoustic cavity working overtime there. Hold on, let me try this again. Thank you, Sabi Sab. Thank you for the impression there. This is it compared to the CJ switches. Let's listen. These are much higher pitched, but I think this is the board doing a lot of the work. This sounds so good. Thank you, Mark. It does look beautiful. This is a customer board, so it's not going to stay like this. This sounds so good. Yeah, I think a lot of it is. I can't wait to build. I can't wait to build one of the J-01s with the CJ switches, just to see how that works. That's definitely going to be on my to-do list for this week, is to build a J-01 with these CJ switches. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because the CJ switches sound great. But so the black is actually e-coated. So we were going to go with anodization, but we went with e-coat in the end instead. It cost a little bit more, but it was a better upgrade. You can compare it to anodization here. There you go. It's just more even in the light. There you go. So much more black. Yeah, it is darker. We decided to go with eco just because of consistency. Like, black anodization isn't the most consistent covering, so we decided to go with eco for these. We weren't gonna originally. We were gonna do them as black anodized, but yeah, we went with eco in the end. So yeah, there we go. That is the J-01 with the new gasket system. Yeah, like, the board was designed for inks. Like, let me be honest, like, the board was designed with Gateron inks in mind when I built it, when I designed it. So the whole point of having the acoustic cavity was for that. So yeah, the other ones are anodized. So the only other one that's eco is the white. There was no good red in eco available, and there was no good blue in eco available. So these are the CJ switches. If you scroll back to the beginning of the stream Trojam, you'll see that we did the CJ switches, a little bit of a review. These are so smooth. Like, these are quite possibly the nicest smooth switches stock. Like, they're so good. They're so good. Oh, look, the benchy's done. Look, the 3D printer's finished. Look, here we go, guys. Look, there you go. It's finished. Little calibration test. There we go. How long do I have the 3D printer running for? The 3D printers run pretty much 24/7. Like, they rarely stop. They rarely stop. So usually if I'm not at the workshop and they stop, that's the only time they get any downtime. Then as soon as I come back in, I clear off the build plates and print again. Like, I think they've had maybe a day each of downtime since I built them. We want these PT tubs. Like, I have loads of these in stock. I could sell them, but because they become, like, because of the size of them, they have to go as either a Royal Mail large parcel, which Royal Mail won't collect, I have to go drop off, or I have to send them via DHL because of the size of them. Now, no one wants to pay £7.30 shipping on boxes, right? So it's just really difficult. It's really difficult to sell. I can't find a good postal method for them. So that's the only reason I've not sold them, because I don't think anyone would want to pay the shipping prices that I'd have to charge to get them out there. That's literally the only reason they're not on the store. What materials are the switches made of? The CJ switches are a POM stem with a nylon base. They're just so good stock. They're the smoothest stock switch I've ever tried. They're actually as smooth as the FlareTech switches, which is saying something. So if you've ever tried the FlareTech optical switches, which are quite possibly the smoothest switches I've ever tried, these are up there with those. These are up there with those. You need like a US proxy to sell the PT boxes? Nah, I don't need to sell them freight. Like Dixie has his own, but very similar, so it's cool. Have you tried carrier pigeon? No. It'd be best to sell them in conjunction with other stuff that you can put inside them. Yeah, if anyone orders like a desk mat and you want some PT tubs, just message me and we can add them to your order. Like, that's fine, we can do that. If you buy a desk mat, because they'll fit in the desk mat boxes, and we'll ship them with a desk mat. That's fine. Yeah. Opticals must be like butter. Yeah, they're so good. A keyboard made with the darkest black would be sick. Type on avoid. So I don't have Vance black keyboard, but I do have a keyboard that has infill with the Semple black 3.0, which is really black. Actually, I think I can grab that. So this is my well, see if you guys can guess what keyboard this is. Anyone know what board this is? Can anyone identify the board? See if you can. But this is the infill with the blackest black. That's what blackest black infill looks like. Black 3.0. Like, it's just a void. It's just dark. That is black 3.0 paint in there. Yeah, you guys guess profit after I turn it over. But yeah, it is a profit. This is one of the original prototype ones. So yeah, that's blackest black. So yeah. But man, I'm so happy with how this came out. Like, so happy. I know the owner's in the chat. I can't remember his Dr. Roche, I think it is. I hope you're happy with this, dude. This will get shipped out to you tomorrow. I hope you're really, really happy. The black inks have not arrived yet. No, so the black inks will be in stock in a week or two. So yeah, so if you don't want to put a bit of glue stick on the gasket, the easiest way to put the second gasket on is to lay it around the top of the so you put the first gasket in, you slide the PCB and the plate in, you spend a couple of minutes getting it all nice and level, then you put the top gasket on over the top of the actual plate, so you just line it up across the top of the plate, then you put the top case down, you just have to put your finger underneath to align it up nicely, then you nip it tight, flip it over and screw it together. Dead simple. Dead simple. Dead simple. Glad I picked the inks, they work so well on that CF plate for sound and appearance, they look so good. Is it the same size as the TKL? Yeah, so the J-01 is roughly the same width as a TKL. Like, it's roughly the same width as a TKL. It's slightly more bezel-y, so it is a little bit wider, but it's roughly the same width. Bear in mind, it is a 65% with, like, thick blockers, thick bezels, and then 2 macro columns. So there you go. Title, yes, we'll have more J-02 soon. We're going to have the Blackout edition running, and there will be the EVA edition in stock later on this week. So there's a very small number of the EVA edition. They're a purple case with a green pen rail and green mid piece. Those will be in stock, and there's like less than 5. There's a very small number of them. Those will be in stock later on this week. 65% XT. Yeah, it's kind of like an exploded 65% with macro columns. I don't want to call it an XT purely because like an XT is a specific layout to me. That's more like the Commodore keyboards layout, the PC-10 and PC-5 layouts. So yeah, so the Blackout edition is basically going to be e-black case with a shiny black pen rail. So while this is silver, it's going to be a shiny black pen rail, and the J-02 is also going to have a shiny black mid piece as well. That's going to be the Blackout edition. It'll be all aluminium, but it won't be PVD. PVD just has such an issue with getting the consistency right. So yeah, I'll have some pictures, some up close pictures of what it's going to look like. You can see on renders as well, but obviously the up close pictures of what you really want to focus on for the looks. Renders are going to be idealized and in perfect conditions, so I want to take those with a grain of salt, but I'll have pictures of what the actual finished parts are going to look like. That's all I'm waiting on right now. Yeah, the J-02 is a 60%. I have one here. So this is my personal J-02 from the group buy. The GMK Midnight Rainbow on it. So there you go. That's my original J-02. This is the prototype one actually, so there you go. I've got like so many keyboards on my desk now, it's nuts. J-04 when? Maybe the end of this year. I'll try, Nick. I do want to get home because it's like 11 o'clock nearly. By the time I finish streaming, it's going to be 11 p.m. here, so I do want to get home, but I'll try and check them tonight. If I don't check it tonight, Nick, I will check it first thing in the morning. But I've got like, last time I looked, I had 220 odd DMs from over the weekend. I've tried to take it chilled. I'll try and get to everyone tomorrow, but I can't promise. What switches in the O2? These are black inks as well. This is black inks. This doesn't have the new gasket in though. Can you show us the Ickies? Yeah, give me 1 minute, guys. Let me go grab the grab an Ippy key. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I have an Icky. Let me put some of these keyboards away, guys. Like, let me put some of these keyboards away. I just have too many keyboards on my desk now. There we go. There we go. This is the customer's board, so I'm going to put it to one side. And here we have, this is what the Ickies come box like. So you'll get this box inside another box. This one is, which one's this one? This is a mint one. It says there this one's mint with wired hot swap PCB. Inside the box you have a carry case. And these are like a crushed velvet. It's very nice with the Wook logo, the Wiki logo, and also the little bear tag. We unzip this, and then inside here you have a few things. You have your cable and your board. You also have your plate and PCB assembly up here. You have little bags full of extras and all sorts of little bits and pieces, your badges and everything else. Gaskets, you name it. All the little bits and pieces in there. The PCB and the plate are in the back here. So that's the PCB at the back and the plate's there. Oh, congratulations on the wedding anniversary. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you for being here, man, on your wedding anniversary. That means a lot. Thank you, dude. CJ's in an Icky would be really good. That's the cable. That's how the cables come. Nicely coiled. Yeah, I'll have extras in a couple of weeks with the Ickies. I don't want to give a date just yet, but there will be extras of them. And then in here, we have the board itself. I'm going to have to reseal this because this is a customer's board. And there you go, you can see it. It's got these are like the rubbers that go in between the layers. And then this is the case. These just screw together gently. In fact, this isn't screwed together. No, this hasn't been screwed together. There you go. So there you go. That's the Ickies. Whoops. You can see how the layers are all stacked up as well. So you can put different bits of the rubber inside depending on what you're trying to achieve in terms of sound. So they're very customizable. So there we go. Thank you, man. Thank you, Roberto. Thank you for saying it's a nice stream. I appreciate that. There we go, guys. That is the Ickies. They're so cool. For the price, these are such good boards. So there we go. Yeah, this was just the first one I got to, guys. Like, I didn't pick up a charcoal one. I just happened to pick up a green one. This just was what was in the box I opened. The Dreamscape ones aren't here yet, so we've just got the charcoal, the Aurora, the Mizu. There's one other one as well. What's the other one? Devoted, GMK Devoted ones. So there we go. It's a nice little kit though. It comes really well kitted out. The box is really nice. It depends on the PCB, I think, Trojam. It depends on the PCB. The icky cable with a free keyboard. Yeah, right. There's extras of all of them, but very, very small numbers of the Mizu one, like less than 5 of the Mizu's extras. The rest have good, healthy extras numbers. Alaric, you'll be able to buy one on the website when they go in stock. So after the group buy orders are shipped, we'll have some in stock, and you'll be able to pick one up. The carry case is lovely. Like, it's just a really nice overall, well thought out product. Like, they're just really nice. Like, even the packaging's nice. So there you go, guys. That's what you can expect. I'm going to try and get the Ickies out this week. So we're going to start QCing them on Monday. We'll probably start packaging them on Tuesday. And we're going to do a pallet service again as well, like we're doing for the J-01s. And I'll probably ship out early next week, if not late this week. Very few people ordered extra cases. They're so nice, but very few people ordered them. They were really cheap as well. Oh well. Okay, right. How do I subscribe to your newsletter? I need to know as soon as they drop. So I don't really do newsletters for drops because by the time I've sent the emails out, people forget or they try and click through links that aren't live yet and it doesn't work. So the easiest way is to follow the Discord server. You can join the Discord below, and whenever I put something live on the site, I just tag people, whether it's a group buy or something in stock. I just tag everyone and say, look, this is now live. You can go buy it if you want to. So there we go. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Right, guys, it's getting really late here. It's nearly 11 p.m, so I need to go home. I need to feed the dog. I need to do some chores before my wife gets in from work tonight. So I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I can't tag individual people. I can't. We sell thousands of products a week. I ship like 4,000 orders a month. It's nuts. I can't do that. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really enjoyed the stream tonight. It was genuinely exciting for me to show you guys the new J-01s. Like, that was really exciting for me, and I thoroughly hope you guys enjoy the CJ switches when they come out. Yeah, I'll get them in stock hopefully tomorrow morning. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna head out now. Have a really good night. Finish off your weekend in style, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Check out for me on Instagram. Check out for me on Discord. Message me if you want to have a chat anytime. I'll try and be there. I'll speak to you all again soon. I'll see you later. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.